So I have a project today. It's my 192 cm ATC engine, and I took it all apart. I got the everything oiled and cleaned again, and it turns. The motor turns, and I got the timing all right. I didn't run it because I don't have the coil. I need to get another one so I can get it running. But my problem is right now I think the engine's in neutral because it doesn't turn with the engine. But I think this is an 83, so if this were down here, then shifting down would be shifting up, and I hit the stop when I do that. But if I shift up, I hit the clutch, but it doesn't go any farther than that. It won't actually go into gear, and if you push it, and it just doesn't do anything. And I took off the cover for the clutch and the adjustment. There was aluminum globs of sludge and crap in the bottom, so that may have something to do with some problems, because there was also aluminum shavings when I drained all the oil out of it. So today I'm going to take the engine half completely off again, the piston out, and split the transmission in half, and open it up and see what's going on. So I got the top half falling off. I gotta get the piston out. It's held in by a little wire. It's like almost like a C clip, but it's a wire that goes around. And I usually just take it out with a flathead screwdriver. Just put it in on the side, pry it, and then pull it out slowly on the sides. It looks like this. You just pry it out from one side and you pull it straight out, and you can just push in this pin through the other side and just pull the piston out. Now that I got the piston off, I gotta get the starter and generator off, and I'm assuming it's going to require taking off that big bolt right there, and I'm going to have to hold the piston rod in order to freeze it, so that way I can loosen this. This is going to be a bit of a pain. Well, I got it loose using some penetrating lubricant. Fortunately, it wasn't ridiculously rusted. It was still pretty rusty. Yeah, pretty rusty. Just put a screwdriver through the piston rod. Hopefully it didn't bend it too bad. Hopefully it didn't bend it at all. I just smacked down pretty hard on the wrench, and this will hopefully come off once I get a minute. Well, I took, let's see if you can see here, I took these 4 bolts off. Just took off fan and pull start. Wasn't necessarily entirely necessary, but it helped me a little bit. I also took, these are necessary, these 4 bolts, one here, one here, one here, one up here. Hold this whole assembly on. There's a gasket in between. If you want to save it, make sure when it's about that far of a gap apart you pull the gasket to one side. Doesn't matter which side, which piece you're holding it to, just make sure it's on one side, so that way when you're stretching it, well, so that way you don't stretch it and tear it. So now I gotta pull this off, and I'll see you next. So I noticed while I had this apart and was trying to get this wheel off that I messed with the shifter, and I was able to. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Shift it in first. So while this is apart, it shifted, so I was like, will it shift into all the gears? Yes. Because there's second, third, fourth, fifth. I don't think it has a sixth. Let's find out. No, so that's fifth. Let's go back down to neutral. I think we need to let it click into gear first. Takes quite a bit of force. I think that's first. Yeah, that's first. Okay, so with this apart, it'll shift. But if I bolt it back together, because I thought, hey, maybe I did something, maybe it works now, I bolted it back together, it won't shift. So I gotta take this apart and see what this is all hanging up. Maybe it's the shift indicator, I don't know. But first I gotta take this off to see why I can shift in this condition. But this is good news to me, because that means that the transmission and all the gears are fine. It's just maybe some adjustment that's bad. So according to the internet, there's a puller that Honda can give you, which threads into here, the outside, and then you lock it, and then the outside you twist it, and then with that puller locked into these threads you could pull the rotor straight out. Now either I'm going to have to find maybe a pipe that I have that'll fit in there and then I can pull straight out, or I'm going to have to get maybe some kind of clamp with some hooks and see if I can just pull it straight out, because it's going to be a little bit rusted on there, and I don't think it's going to come out easy. So I've been trying all day to get this piece off, and I can't seem to get it. I have my dad out here, and we devised something with, we put that on there like that, and we put this brake puller over it, which pushed in on the center pin. So this was pushing in on there, and we were tightening it up on it, and it ended up bending it, and eventually the bolt sheared off, and so that's gone now. So you see that. So now I gotta come up with something else, maybe use this with something stronger, and I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow or Friday or something. But for now, this isn't coming off. I may have to spend the $15 to get the puller. I don't want to spend any money on this, really. This is just a fix it up for the hell of it project. It was going to be scrap otherwise, and so to pay money to fix scrap, I don't like the idea. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, guys.